Christmas Eve, my friends. I'm Pastor Ben Hayes from First Baptist Church, Dadeville, Alabama, bringing you our thought for the day on this wonderful Wednesday, the day before we celebrate the birth of our Savior, and also the day that we have our Christmas Eve service. So come out and join us, 5 p.m. I'm pre-recording this, by the way, on Monday, but I just want you to know that I'm thankful for you watching and sharing these videos, because this is how we get the gospel out. We're trying to reach the world, and we've got followers from all over the world. I hope that we can share this in ways that will get the message of hope this Christmas. But right now we're in 1 Corinthians chapter 6. Funny Christmas time message, but as we look at this, understand Paul is really talking about the whole purpose of Jesus coming. He has saved us. He has set us free from the bondage of sin. We're saved from the power of sin. We're saved from the penalty of sin. One day we'll be saved from the presence of sin. Fantastic promise that he's made to us. But so many of the people in Corinth, just like us today, putting themselves right back into that bondage of sin. 1 Corinthians 6:12, all things are lawful, not all things are helpful. I can do anything I want to and not lose my salvation, but I can sure affect my witness, my relationship to the Father, my ability to do the things that I need to do for the kingdom. He says, but all things are lawful, but I'll not be brought under the power of any. Understand, getting back into bondage to sin is a horrible thing, and it will destroy you spiritually and sometimes even physically, because God will work to bring you back out. And the problem is you've got to make the effort. You've got to do the work. And if you're not willing to, he'll discipline you. And understand, Paul says, verse 13, food's for the stomach and the stomach for food, but God will destroy both it and them. You eat to live. You don't live to eat. You're not an animal that runs on instinct. You're not controlled. You don't have to be controlled by your urges, your desires, whatever they might be. Understand, you have the power, because you were created in the image of God, to say no. Think about that. We're the only part of God's creation that can even say no to him. You talk about power. That's power. It really is. Don't utilize it for that reason. Paul says, understand, God is going to destroy both it and them, the stomachs that the food went into as well as the stomachs. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is our relationship with Jesus, serving him. Because when we come to stand before the Father, he's not going to ask you how much money you gave to the church. He's not going to ask you how often you went to church. He's not going to even ask you how many people you witnessed to along the way. He's going to say, what did you do with my son Jesus? Did you trust him as your Lord and Savior? Or did you reject him? Did you pretend to become a Christian? Or did you truly surrender your life to him? And think about this. Paul goes on, body is not for sexual immorality, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. This body this fleshly body is weak and mortal and dying. Understand that. That's just the truth of who we are. This body was not created to do bad things, not just to please the flesh. God created man because he wanted a relationship with us. And so our bodies are for the Lord, and the Lord is for our body. Think about that. And one day when we die, our spirit will immediately go to heaven, but when Jesus returns, we'll receive our resurrected body. Our spirit will reunite with this glorified body, and we'll spend eternity in heaven with him. What a powerful promise that is. But here's the thing. So often we take the promises of God for granted, just like Israel did. Israel said, I'll be your God, you'll be my people. And what they heard is, I'll be your God, and you can do anything you want to. That's not what God's promise was, never has been. God says, I want to save you. I want to secure you in this relationship so that you can go to heaven when you die. But understand, it is all about total surrender. Not perfection. We all stumble into sin. But when we do, we feel the power of conviction, and we return to him because we love him. Listen, you want to talk about Christmas presents? You want to talk about the greatest thing that you can give to God this Christmas? It's your heart, totally, completely, holding nothing back, surrendering it all to him. Think about that today. Be blessed. And I'll see you back here tomorrow.